Israel's supposed to be a US proxy, our outpost in the Middle East. But somewhere along the line, Netanyahu decided he's in charge and our so-called leaders just spread their cheeks and let it happen. Trump's either too dumb, too compromised, or too bought off to notice that the whole relationship flipped upside down. Honestly, it's probably all three. Israel's the only state in the region as bloodthirsty as the US, so the sadistic partnership made sense from the start. They act out the things Washington wants but can't publicly admit. Occupation, mass bombings, ethnic cleansing under the banner of security. Then the US runs interference at the UN and sends billions more in weapons. Nothing to see here. But people are catching on. Americans are finally asking, what does Israel actually do for us? And that's a fair question with a simple answer. Nothing. They take from us money, weapons, political cover, and hand kickbacks to corrupt lobbyists and politicians. The same shit fucking parasites feeding the machine. Everyone gets paid except the American people, who the current regime seems all too willing to invoke and not willing at all to do anything for. Politicians hide behind biblical myths because they can't say the truth. Israel's usefulness has always been about one thing: being the only state in that region willing to kill Muslims on demand, and the US loves that. Why? Well, probably because it keeps the region unstable and they can justify endless involvement, but maybe they just love it. Full stop. Israel does what we pretend we're too civilized to do. The rest of the world already knows this, but only Iran's got the sack to act on it. When they hit US targets, they're not terrorists. They're telling America to get the fuck out of the Middle East. Because once US forces leave and Washington loses its foothold, Israel loses its shield. At that point, they'll either learn how to coexist with their neighbors or collapse on their own.